Alright guys, June 7th out here mowing hay. Putting first cutting down here. Still got a bunch of side dressing to do for the co-op, but it's a bunch of replant stuff and they wanted to wait a week or so before we went in and did it. Cutting pretty good. It laid down the hay there, the alfalfa did. Oh, a week and a half, been a couple weeks ago anyway. The wind come through and blew it down. So some directions cutting it all right, some going the other direction, sometimes not so much. Put that new sickle in there, it sure cuts like a dream. Haven't mowed much hay with it, so it doesn't wear a sickle out very fast. And, you know, I've mowed all my hay, but even after you figure all the cutting that, you know, don't mow 20 acres a year. Those are the grass hay and the 3 to 4 cuttings alfalfa. So I finally put that other one in and it works great. And then this morning, I was fiddling with it, trying to get the reel. We had such a heavy crop of hay last year. And it looks, the first cutting is pretty good this year. I don't think it's quite as good as it was last year, but it's still pretty good. I come down here and the reel was slipping. I tried earlier putting more tension on the spring. It's got a spring tensioner and it was still slipping. Well then, come to realize, and I don't know why, this is my 7th year, no. This is my 5th year with this hay bind. We always used a sickle mower before that. And come to realize, someone at some point had put a belt on that thing, and they had the tensioner will fit on each side of the belt, the bending, and they were tensioning the pole side of the belt, so the harder it pulled, the looser it made the belt, so then the reel really started to slip. Well, I moved the tensioner over to the other side of the belt, and it's just pulling right through all the hay now and picking up the down stuff and everything like it's supposed to, and couldn't believe it. Really kind of pissed me off last year because I didn't know I was going to do it again this year because the hay crop was so big. Well, we're going to have her going good this year. And in doing that, I was able to slow the reel down a little bit. That wasn't running so fast. It's one of the few times I've cut hay and it's actually been dusty. It's going to be real nice because usually first cutting's a challenge because June is always wet for us, or the end of May, and you know, about 8 out of 10 years it is. And June's finally dried up, or you know, it's really dried up to where the ground's even dry. Because usually I can get a dry stretch of weather, but I'm still putting it down on dry ground or on wet ground. And I opened the chute up for the hay because normally when I put it down on the wet ground I got to leave it choked together, dry the ground the first day, and then the second day roll the hay over onto the dry ground. And this year I'm going to be able to, I left the chute opened up in the back, then I'm going to be able to put it down on the dry ground that shouldn't, and maybe tomorrow afternoon I'll be able to bale it. We got a really good breeze, sunny, low humidity. As long as I can have some decent, you know, it gets up to 80 or so, I'll be alright. That ticking you hear, I got a tooth that's bent on the reel, and every time it goes around it touches the rolls. And steel rolls and steel teeth, you hear that. Yeah, it just pulls right through that hay, no problem. I can't believe how good it's working. Makes cutting hay a lot funner. I do like mowing hay a lot, but it makes it even better when everything's working right. Michigan farming, this is how I mow the corners out. Just turn real short there. And if I'm good, I don't leave much hay, but a lot of times I'm not that good, so kind of what we end up with. And I'll show you at the end of the video, I'll come back and mow it out. Generally, we try to get around these parts here in Illinois, 3 to 4 cuttings. Hoping for grass, alfalfa. I got brome grass out here, or orchard grass, I mean. But generally hope for 180 to 200 bales an acre between all those cuttings, 50-pound bales. Boy, a lot of guys around here bale it up too. It's what we bale it up to. I think that gets you. What does that come out? That come out about 5 tons an acre, I guess. 10,000 pounds of hay an acre, so. But, you know, sometimes, you know, about every other year, you're probably going to lose a cutting just because of rain. You know, you'll get a shower will pop up. We got a lot of random scattered thunderstorms in East Central Illinois here. They just kind of randomly pop up a lot of times, and we do lose a cutting every now and then. I got a buddy that really had some problems taking hay last year. They got more rain than we did. He's kind of about 15 miles away, and they just kept getting the rain, and we just barely kept squeaking by when we were making hay, and he was making about 25 acres of hay, and he finally gave it up. And I told him this year was going to be a great year to make hay, and he quit. so far it is. I haven't had any trouble, guys I've talked to, getting it dry or anything. Got a guy that's got about probably 20 or 30 acres in the same section Dad is in. And he mowed hay, and I don't know, I think he left it lay 2 or 3 days. He didn't even break it, he just baled it up. It'd be pretty nice. Well, I'm thankful to get a dry stretch here. Pretty well done. Our last beans planted are up. It happens to be this bean field right here. And they were just poking through yesterday. Come back here till you mow the corners out. Alright, Michigan farming, here's how I'm mowing the corners out. Kind of taking my time at it. Trying to get the big slug in there and the rolls separate. Kind of condition that hay in the corner a second time, which is good. Breaking it is always kind of a pain. Try to get that sickle underneath the windrow, and then it just runs right through the rolls. Nice part about a real quiet country road, I can pull off here and park for 10 minutes if I wanted to. So I can get the hitch swung. Well, there's first cutting laid down. Got cleaned off a little bit. And another thing, I put that sickle in. Of course, I said it last year, but grief. Open that up and clean it out. There's a that half section out here on the end. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it does a lot better job of cutting it. I mean, it cuts a full 9 foot now. The whole mower's not too bad, except for whoever had this thing before me. It's kind of hard on these shields back here. They've had a little bit of a tough life. Well, it'll probably about do it for first cutting mowing, so I'll have a breaking and a baling video. Thanks for watching.